with. Those things don't change when transgender women suppress testosterone. They don't get shorter. They've still got big lungs.
We will defend the proud tradition of female athletes, and we will not allow men to beat up, injure, and cheat our women and our girls. From now on, women's sports will be only for women.
You're about to be a mom. How is that feeling? Pops. Oh, let me get it together.
Pops.
About to be a pops.
You want your son to call you Pops, and whenever his friends ask, what does your dad do for a living? He's supposed to say, oh, he plays in the WNBA.
Brittney Griner's alleged medical records have leaked, and if true, they suggest she wasn't born female. We're talking surgeries, hormones, and the kind of details the league never wanted in the spotlight. For years, Griner has been a WNBA star, but after that viral moment where she called Caitlin Clark a trash F-word white girl from the bench, her past started unraveling. That clip didn't just spark outrage, it triggered a full breakdown of her history. From reports of being held in a men's Russian prison, to claims from doctors that her biology doesn't line up with what fans were told. What really set people off were the records themselves. These weren't rumors or TikTok gossip, they were detailed reports with numbers, terminology, and shocking notes. Elevated testosterone levels, bone structure classified as male, and references to surgeries described as transitional, not athletic. Suddenly, the dots began to connect. Trainers had been saying for years that Griner's recovery times didn't match the rest of the league. Injuries that should sideline players for weeks barely kept her out for days. And now, in light of these leaks, fans are going back to old footage and questioning everything.
Around 80 points a game. Didi Richards can't get... Just tell she's in a lot of pain. Having another tremendous season. On the second gold medals, you hear the applause as she comes to her feet. She has 26 points tonight, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. It's a tough tumble there as she gets help off the floor.
At first, people brushed it off with the classic line, "She's just built different." But that phrase hits way different now. Stack it all together, the voice, the frame, the recovery speed, and suddenly the comparison to male athletes bouncing back from injuries starts making a lot more sense. While the league stayed silent, fans didn't. They went full detective mode, pulling old game footage, slowing down interviews, replaying training clips, even digging into sports science journals to make sense of what they were seeing. And the deeper they looked, the clearer it felt. The way Brittney moves, the height on her jumps, the reach, the sheer power behind her dunks. It doesn't match the average WNBA athlete. Not even close. Then came the highlight reel. A single video that had fans doing a double take like, wait a minute. That's when speculation turned into full-blown suspicion.
Parker will let her go! No look pass for Griner, and the dunk!
I mean, no one else. No other woman who plays basketball can do that. Two-handed, 2 feet, just goes up. I mean, you're gonna give it.
You're telling me this is the same league where most players struggle just to graze the rim? Come on. The difference isn't subtle, it's in your face. And then came the video. The one that had everybody doing a double take. Brittney Griner herself posted a topless clip on Instagram. No bikini, no cover-up, nothing. And here's the wild part, it didn't get flagged. Not once. Instagram's own AI straight up treated her like a male user. Now ask yourself this. If it was any other WNBA player, would that video still be up? Or would it have been taken down in seconds for nudity?
You, Brittney. Let me see something real quick. Brick! Thank you! Get the hell out of here, yo! Jab stepping, Mr. Brick. Swing and a miss! Oh! Yo, I ain't gonna...
And it doesn't stop there, because let's be real, the questions didn't just start yesterday. The voice, the shoulders, the frame, people have been noticing this since day one. But what really made fans start side-eyeing harder was what she said after the baby came. Griner straight up told a reporter she wanted to be called Pops, not mom, not even parent. Now think about that. Most women don't raise a newborn and then ask to be treated like the dad. Here's the actual clip so you can hear it for yourself and see that it's not being twisted.
I think there's probably one other job that you're about to get into that is really hard and really scary. You're about to be a mom. How is that feeling? Pops. Oh, let me get it together. About to be a pops. Please tell me how exciting that is for you and what you're looking forward to most.
I'm super excited. Well, I mean, I guess I'll just drop it. He's here. So he's here. Yes. 7/8/24.
And listen, say what you want, but after that moment, people stopped playing around. Some don't even call her Brittney anymore. They're calling her Brittney Griner, and not as a joke. When fans say Brittney Griner dressed as a woman, it isn't about hate. It's about connecting dots the league clearly didn't want exposed. And here's the real issue. Women's sports weren't created just for entertainment. They were built to give female athletes a level playing field, one where they could compete without being physically outmatched by someone with the biological advantages of a man. If Brittney Griner has been dominating the WNBA without ever providing verified proof of her gender, then what are we even doing? At that point, it stops looking like fair competition and starts looking like theft. Even leaders outside the league are now echoing what parents and athletes have been shouting for years. Sports only work when the playing field is truly level.
In sports, we like to have a sense that the playing field is level, that there is fairness in competition. Another really important value in sports is that we want everybody to have an opportunity to play, particularly when we're talking about young people. And as a result, with this particular topic, there is apparent conflict between those two values.
We will defend the proud tradition of female athletes, and we will not allow men to beat up, injure, and cheat our women and our girls. From now on, women's sports will be only for women.
You don't have to agree with who's speaking to recognize the truth in what's being said. Because at the end of the day, if biological men are allowed to dominate sports made for women, then what are we really protecting anymore? Even fans aren't sugarcoating it. One wrote, "If it quacks like a duck and walks like a duck, then it's a duck." Brittney Griner is not a woman. Brittney Griner is a man. Another dragged the league with, "Who is the WNBA trying to fool?" They knew all along. Now they're just scrambling to cover it up. And here's the kicker, Brittney herself has been one of the loudest voices pushing for trans athletes to compete in women's sports with zero restrictions. In fact, during a press interview, she didn't just give her opinion. She flat out said it's a crime to stop biological males from competing against women. That's the word she used, crime.
A number of states who are aggressively moving to prevent transgender athletes playing. And I was wondering, again, I'd hate to put one more thing on your plate, but in terms of on your radar, where is that, you're going to have a tremendous platform, but where is that going to be on your radar in terms of advocating for athletes, all athletes, transgender athletes to be able to play?
Oh, I mean, that ranks high on the list of things that I'll be fighting for and speaking up against. You know, everyone deserves the right to play. Everyone deserves the right to come here, sit in these seats, and feel safe and not feel like there's a threat or they can't be who they are or like it's just all eyes on them. So I think it's a crime, honestly, to separate someone for any reason. So I definitely will be speaking up against that legislation and those laws that are trying to be passed, for sure.
Brittney Griner has publicly pushed for unrestricted participation of trans athletes in women's sports, calling restrictions a crime in interviews, which has made skeptics read her activism as personal. Since her 2022 detention and high-profile swap for Victor Bout, online rumors have exploded. Some claim foreign authorities knew more than the public did. Others allege she was held in a men's facility, and still others assert leaked medical records show surgeries or hormone treatments. Critics argue that if leagues began checking hormone levels, bone structure, or birth records, players like Griner might not meet eligibility rules. None of these claims are proven here. Many remain unverified, widely disputed, and potentially harmful. Spreading unconfirmed medical or identity allegations about real people can be damaging. So, if you want to share this in a group, I can either A, turn it into a clearly labeled rumor summary that flags everything as unverified, or B, rewrite it as a fictionalized expose with fictional names to keep the drama without spreading real-world misinformation. Which would you prefer? That trade wasn't just routine, it was a statement. While Griner was in custody, reports said she was placed in a men's prison. And honestly, would that have happened if officials believed she was biologically female? Here's where the double standard stings. Female athletes who never transitioned Olympic medalists and world champions have been banned from competition for naturally high testosterone they couldn't control. Caster Semenya sidelined, Duty Chan suspended, Christine Mboma restricted. All born female, raised female, yet punished for biology. So why does Griner get a pass? Other athletes are drug tested, hormone checked, and medically scrutinized, but she seems exempt. The WNBA doesn't just play basketball, it pushes a brand. From sponsorships to Pride Nights, their identity is built on inclusivity and progressive messaging.
And for us, it's really a celebration of diversity and inclusion and a recognition of an audience that has been with us very passionately.
The WNBA has always embraced the LGBT community, both on the court and in the stands. But this week marks a first in professional sports, a league-wide marketing campaign dedicated specifically to those fans. Called the WNBA Pride Campaign, it will run across print and digital platforms, including the league's website, with every team taking part.
It pisses me off because I don't think there's anyone in America that supports the WNBA more than NBA players.
100%.
The NBA players support the WNBA like
the most.
More than we probably support the fucking NBA. And it bothers me.
Now imagine the fallout if that image the WNBA built turns out to be fake. The backlash would be massive. If it ever gets confirmed, the legal blowback alone could bury the league lawsuits from players who lost games, bonuses, sponsorships, and career milestones after competing against someone with an undisclosed biological advantage. And it wouldn't stop there. Big-name sponsors who poured millions into women's sports would start demanding answers, maybe even refunds. That kind of disaster is one the WNBA simply couldn't handle. And remember, it wouldn't just be the WNBA on the line. The NBA would take a hit too, since it funds and manages the league. Just listen to this clip of Draymond Green, an NBA champion, openly admitting the NBA has been carrying the WNBA financially. This isn't casual support, it's full-on backing. And here's the part nobody wants to say out loud. If Brittney's status ever got officially exposed, it could force every major league, from tennis to track to soccer, to bring back strict biological testing. In today's climate of politics and identity wars, that would be a firestorm. So when people ask why the WNBA is staying silent, this is why. Because if they allowed it once, what's stopping it from happening again? Who else might they be protecting? If Brittney really was born male and the league knew it, then this isn't just controversy, it's a full-blown cover-up.